about Russian position right now. The war, back and forth. That many people died. Many civilian people died. It's horrible, especially for civilian women, children, our soldier. And Russians explain they came to change the government because the government is bad. I'm sorry, every Ukrainian support the decision to be the part of European family is a main priority for us, and Putin not agree with that. We don't want to live in Russian Empire. It's the main reason why is Russian soldiers coming here. Every Ukrainian support this war. This war against the Russians, because we are not aggressive wars to anyone. But if some army coming to us, we will be fight. We fight for our independence, for our family, for our future, for our values. It's main point.
And can you give me a sense of how far away the Russians are now from the center of the...
The Russians army stay in the port of Kyiv, and it's not so far. It's from here, I guess, it's 20 kilometers, maybe less.
How prepared is Kyiv to deal with invasion of Russian troops?
Actually, it's what did Russians? They destroyed the economy of our country. I expect right now the huge humanitarian catastrophe in our country. Huge humanitarian catastrophe because our economy destroyed, our infrastructure is destroyed. The people doesn't have a job. People doesn't have money. People doesn't have homes right now. Millions of people move from his houses, and what they do they destroy the country. And one point, the life of the millions of the people for our independence already paid 1,000 Ukrainians with his huge price, his life. But what is the next? What is the next? Russians have just expectation of rebuild empire. We don't want to Russian empire. We want to fight for our independence. Is the main message.
We were just told that the head of the Russian delegation is waiting for a Ukrainian delegation to come to Gomel. Can you confirm this?
I have information.
Are you able to comment on this?
I have information, but I'm not involved to make a negotiation. Which negotiation? No. The question: which negotiations is one priority? Move away from our country.
But you can't comment on whether a Ukrainian delegation is coming to Gomel right now?
No.
Okay. Are you able to comment on what the fighting has been like within Kiev? Because for us reporting on it, it's been really hard to follow and to know exactly what's going on. Sometimes there's reports of shooting in Podil, and then on the outskirts of Kiev. Can you give us a sense of what's been happening?
The Russians sent some troops, small troops, which actually with some time, we as civilian, with the weapons, snipers, and shootings everywhere, and they want to make terror attack and to bring the panic to our city. It's a goal. It's a goal. We hunting of them, and we take this some people, Russians, who are coming to our city.
Okay. And how? Yesterday there were reports that the Ukrainian forces were seeking out these Russians within Kiev. How successful has that operation been?
I'm sorry, I don't understand your question exactly.
So yesterday there were reports that the Ukrainian forces were looking for groups of separate Russian forces within the city. How successful has that operation been?
It's a group make a diversion.
Right.
Yeah, it's some successful, but they hunting. They sit some way in snipers right now. We make right now announcement. Nobody allowed to go from houses. First of all, we care about the life of the people from one point, from another point. We try to hunting these people. It will be much more easy if nobody in the street.
Okay. So, but you can't comment on how successful it was last night. Were you able to find these groups? What exactly happened last night?
We kill some people. I guess 6 people in last night.
Okay. So you just said that the Russian forces are roughly 20 kilometers away from the center of Kiev. How long do you think that you can actually hold off the Russian army?
So long how we can.
Okay.
We will be fight so long how we can.
So that the resistance of Ukrainians, would you be able to?
I listened about the plans. In 2 days, the Russians have to be here. It's not happens. You know why? Because we have will. We have a good character. Because we fight for our houses, for our country. We in the home. And big demoralization by Russian forces, by Russian soldiers, because they understand, they feel in our country very uncomfortable, because every Ukrainian hated Russians. And the message, go back to home from our country, away, as soon as possible.
There has been a decision to hand out weapons to Ukrainians who want to defend the city and who want to defend the country. We've seen long lines of young men.
It's civilian defense.
Right.
Civilian defense. There's many people ready to fight for our country, and they asking for the weapons, and that's why many of them people have military background, and that's why we build right now civilian defense, and every citizens, man or woman, who proud of the country can take the weapons and defend our houses, our families, our children.
But how controlled is this? Do you know who is actually getting these weapons? Is there
To be honest, we doesn't have 100% control, but because we build this territorial defense in very short period of time, but it's patriotics. These people is patriotic. We make a group and study them immediately.
And what happens if these weapons get into the wrong hands? Let's say criminals or people who are maybe against the city.
You know what? Right now, the question much more important to defend our country.